Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we have an intriguing topic because right now it seems like PlayStation has kind of actually, well, betrayed a lot of us American users. Now, as you guys probably remember, the PlayStation 5 Pro has unfortunately, as of like basically today, gone up another $50. PS5, PS5 Pro, PS5 Digital is now all bumped on up, and people aren't happy about it. I'm not happy about it. The vibe just isn't really there. And well, China itself is, well, apparently getting all the sweet deals because the prices are actually going down in China, and I'm upset about it. And I think a lot of people are too as well. So give me your thoughts as we go throughout this video. Subscribe if y'all are new, and I appreciate y'all so much for watching in the first place. Let's go dive into some pretty big news. So as I mentioned, as of like right now, Sony China has now announced the PS5 price discount starting as of today. While the PS5 gets a price bump in the US of A, it gets actually discounted at the same time in the PRC, which I think is like the People's Republic of China. I think. I'm sure, hopefully I'm not dumb. So how about that? So I have this brand new PlayStation summer sale for the PS5 Digital, which is only at $390. And then as of right now, the PS5 with the disc drive too as well at $474. This is crazy for me to go and see because right now the American prices are actually above that. Right now we're looking at like $750, I believe, for the PS5 Pro, $500 for normal consoles, and if I'm wrong, correct me. But this is rough, dude. They got these bundles going on. They're trying to move more consoles in other regions, and you guys can see the price points, although in Chinese. And they have this also special promotion. It's coming out to the end of August, and this sucks. Now, I don't mind if other regions get the occasional price drop, but Japan, price went up. Canada, price went up. Australia, price went up. America, price went up. Let's just, it's a mixture of tariffs, because right now China is one of the bigger importers, I think exporters more so, of these consoles. A lot of these things are manufactured there, all put together, and it's a struggle. It really is a struggle because we see this, and as Americans, we got to pay more money. We got the tariffs going up, and it just sucks. Now, we have had confirmation that PlayStation is going and producing consoles in a different region, I believe. So, like, they're at least assembling it, and they don't have to pay as much on the tax side. Oh, once again, that doesn't really fix up much. So we've kind of done a little bit of baby research, and by that I mean Google, because this is from 2022. Saying that right now the PS5 sales number for China is around 600,000 units. This is a few years ago, 3 years later. We're going to probably put a little bit higher on that one too. So more estimated total sales since then is saying maybe around 1.5 million, but these are not official numbers. But there was a lot of news too, if you guys remember. When it came to Black Myth Wukong, there was a huge influx on console sales from that one. There's a huge sales surge. They were selling out in every store. No one was working on them. Like, it was crazy. And that game was an insane game. There's a Chinese-based game. So obviously, if you're in China, you have your Chinese local devs making games, it grows. But they want to keep growing. I even just go do a really quick casual Google search. Like, look at this. Like, you get more consoles. They're selling even more quickly. They want to grow in China. And this really is a market that everyone wants. Sony wants this console market. Xbox wants this console market. They want India, they want China, they want Japan, Korea. All these like mostly developed. You can maybe make a joke about India, but they are mostly developed where they have a lot of people. And if you have 1 billion people in your country, there's going to be a few million folks who can afford consoles, even if some of them are more impoverished. And it just stinks. Now, obviously, China is the place that they're all being made at. So it does make sense there that, they're fostering on up. They're doing well. And they don't have to spend as much money. It's like basically you go drive to your local gas station and get something versus order it from Italy or Sweden or the Swiss. Like, it's fine, it makes sense. But it still sinks seeing this. Like, no one wants to sit here and have to spend more money in a console. Literally, like, the day or two after we had our American price points. Now, even other people, I always remember Daniel Ahmed, because he's very based in the Chinese area, saying he said this would happen. Even though Sony is diversifying away from China for US-bound shipments, so like, they're moving, basically assembling the console somewhere else to ship them on in to save money on tariffs, because right now we still don't really know what's going to happen with the Chinese and American tariffs. That's like the last caveat. Because I think Canada is cool right now. I think most other big countries are cool right now. It's a little wonky, but still, China is the big one. Europe already, I think, is already all sorted as well. So we're just waiting for China and America. And that'll probably be a huge, massive bull market day. Like, the second that's all done, I'm assuming stocks are going to go up like 3-5%. So you don't have that looming issue. And ideally that helps out a normal American consumer as well. Like we get a lot more extra, money. We don't have to spend as much in tariffs if this situation is good. We'll have to see. But right now there is a 30% tariff on China, 15% tariff on Japan, 20% tariff on Vietnam, 19% tariff on Malaysia, which means that Sony is going to be impacted no matter what when it comes to shipping their consoles to America. Because if you're making it like you're a Japanese company, you're getting affected by that. You assemble them in China, you're getting affected by that. You want to go and do a Vietnam or also Malaysia, Taiwan, because you're making semiconductors and chips there, you're going to be affected no matter what. It's a struggle because no one wants price increases and no one wants price increases in China. I mean, unless you're Chinese, but I'm assuming most people watching this video aren't. And people are upset about that, dude. Like, people are mad because we covered this in a prior video where people like, I'm so old, I remember when video game consoles actually went down in price as the generation went on. And that's what China's getting, so we're sitting here all sad because we want our consoles to be a good price, you know what I mean? But they're also saying too, they might just have maybe a lot of consoles or maybe just from imports from neighboring markets too as well. No one really knows too. And at the same time, there also is like a Chinese price increase too as well. Because think about like the United States dollar, it's gone down. So if you're getting like a 10% less valuation from your US dollar, that means that, well, you're getting 10% less money, especially if you're a Japanese-based company. The yen's gone down though, and as well, so it is what it is. I do think the Chinese yuan has actually been relatively stable, like I say, somewhat stronger currency. So I guess in theory, it's almost like this huge macroeconomic vibe. Or it's like, can I get $100 from the United States? Is that worthwhile? Should I get $100 from China? Is that more worthwhile? Should I get $100 from Australia? And kind of almost doing this weird currency play to think of like which region would make you the most money. Like which currency do you want? Now I'm a Bitcoin guy at the end of the day, so it'd be kind of cool if Sony's just like, give us like 0.0001 of a Bitcoin and we can get you a console. Like I'm kind of down with that. And it's kind of a good reason for it, like a good bull case for it. But this is where people are upset. Because I've seen people on social media, I'm not going to go too into it so I don't have like, a little too extrally crazy comments. But, people have been like, hey, like, why does China get this and we have to spend more money? Why do we have these tariff situations and we have to go and spend more money? Why do we have to deal with this and this and this? And people are getting upset with it, obviously. And I'm not going to judge people on it because I don't want to spend an extra $50 for a console. And there's people even in my YouTube comments, on my tweets, even on my Twitch stream that were upset. Like I knew someone who was literally going to buy a PS5 Pro this week. And then they didn't have their paycheck come in time. They saw the price increases with the 1-day notice and people were upset about it. They were mad about it. They were like, bro, like this sucks. So then you see this news over here where different regions are getting price cuts. It's like a slap in the face. I mean, I've had my console for a long time. I'm assuming a lot of you guys who have watched through this video the entire time are probably in the same exact boat. You've had your console, the vibe is all good, you're chilling, you're doing whatever. And that's great. Like, I'm happy with that. But still, there are people out who want their consoles. And it stinks because the market's good. Like, there's how many people live in China? Many people live in China. Let's go and find out. There's 1.4 billion people in China, 1.5 billion in India. And these markets are like, dude, like what, 4 times, 5 times bigger than us in America, depending. So yeah, you want to get a bigger culture push in consoles. Not many people may even be able to afford GPUs. It makes sense. But at the end of the day, like us in America, we're getting screwed over, I mean, it's just inflation, the way of the world. Like, it is what it is. It already happened. Like, we can't change the past. But I can still sit here and let you guys know that people are upset, and I'm kind of that same exact boat too as well. Because I don't want to sit there and have to realize this stuff. I think it's stupid. I don't like it. It's like, meh. I don't want to spend more money. Also makes me more worried too as well for the future, the PlayStation 6 and other consoles, because it does get a little bit pricey. And like, what happens? What if they just start selling all their stuff with the China focus instead? Like, America always used to be the #1 market, but apparently not so much anymore. So give me your thoughts and comments. Like I said, some people are upset about it. I'm a little bit sad. Thankfully, I guess America still is probably #1 because we do spend a lot of money on video games regardless. But this is something to still be considered about in the future. Subscribe if you guys are new. I appreciate you guys all so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. We'll talk to you guys all soon, and peace out. Much love. Mwah.